Weight Trainer. Listen, I am so excited for you to get started on this new Champions Way experience that we've been talking about here lately. This is going to completely change everything and ultimately get back to the one-on-one attention, motivation, encouragement, accountability, nutrition, all of those things that we have been missing. So let's get right to it. So first thing here, let's lay out an agenda. So we're going to be talking about first the My Accountability Setup. Then we're going to be talking about what fitness is going to be looking like moving forward. They're also going to be talking about that accountability, again, that one-on-one connection, that intimate connection between us and you. And then we're going to end with talking about nutrition and what that's going to look like moving forward and lay out the pathway there as well. So let's talk about first the app setup. So just to be crystal clear, we're going to be downloading, which you should have gotten an email for by now. We're going to be downloading an app called My Accountability, okay? So we're going to be using this app to communicate with you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to do all of those things that we've been missing over here recently. So that's what we're going to be using. This is the go-to. This is the new Champions Way experience. So you should have by now gotten an email that looks something like this, that simply says, welcome to My Accountability or welcome to Champions Way. Something along those lines. Specifically, it should say, welcome to Champions Way. If you haven't gotten that email, let us know. Check your spam folders, but you should have gotten that by now. Now, you see the green button that says, set up your account. You simply by now should have just clicked on that when you got the email, and this was what is going to happen next. It's going to take you to a consultation form. Now, again, right out of the gate, many of you are here with different desires in mind. Most people the same, but some of you have some slightly different desires. This gives us specifically what that desire is and what you're looking for. So simply answer all the questions listed on the form, and once you've completed that, that's it. Your registration is done. That's it, okay? Now, once your registration is complete, this is what your dash is going to look like. So your dash is simply where all of your information is housed, where everything in this app is going to see. It's basically simply put your main page, okay? On the dash, you can find out your upcoming sessions, groups, progress, messages, progress photos and achievements, all those different things like that. Now, I'm going to go in detail about these things as we walk through this presentation, so you know exactly what all of those nuances are. Understanding your program. Now, all I'm doing here, just to make sure everybody's moving along with me, if you look at the bottom of this iPhone screen, the screenshot here to the right of the page, the dash is where we just were. At the bottom, you see the red arrow. Now we're moving to program. Now, for you guys that are specifically in-gym clients, your program is going to be a little bit different than one of our online clients because obviously you're coming to the gym. So where it says training program at the bottom, completely ignore that. But the part that you do need to pay attention to is the top where it says goals and habits, okay? This is very, very important and a big part of what we're going to be doing moving forward. So let's, excuse me, this is the page where you're going to see that under programs. Now, also, when we get to nutrition, we're going to have something separate for you guys on that too as well. On this same page is where you're going to see your meal plan. It's going to have your first name and followed by meal plan. That's what you're going to see when we add that to your profile. Now, understanding your calendar, okay? Your calendar section allows you to see your workouts and programs, and the calendar section will only allow you to see the workouts that have been placed on your calendar and nothing else. So just to be clear here, now looking at this screen here, you see it says on Thursday, blood flow interval, Friday, challenge workout, Sunday, body blaster, and then some other activities on Tuesday and Sunday and different things like that. Yours is slightly going to read different. For example, instead of on Thursday saying workout, it's actually, or excuse me, instead of saying blood flow interval, yours is going to say workout on that day, right? Because we want to see you guys at least 4 to 5 times every week. All of you, I can just about guess when I'm going to see you. Some of you I see 5 days a week. Some of you I see Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Some of you I see Monday evening through Thursday evening. whatever your normal routine is, that's the days that you're going to see on your calendar. Over time, if we're not quite getting that exactly right, we will continue to customize it so it truly reflects your workout routine, whether that be mornings, evenings, or a combination of both. Even if you're coming twice a day, we'll be able to prescribe that on your calendar, or you can add it yourself as well. But nonetheless, the point being, we're going to know exactly when you're coming, and you'll get to see that as well. Now, let's talk about Messenger. Primarily, we've been texting you guys from our 601-228-6154 phone number. We're going to make a transition here. That number is still in operation and will continue to remain in operation. However, moving forward from this day moving on, we're going to be primarily communicating with you guys through the app. It's a lot easier for us to see when you've responded and when you haven't responded. Again, going back to that one-on-one connection, accountability, and encouragement. So just to be crystal clear, we're going to be using this platform to be texting you guys, messaging you guys. We'll be sending you text, obviously. We'll be sending you video messages when we need to say something via video. You can also send those back to us in the app too as well. So you can still text our 601-228 number, but primarily the communication between myself and you, or Coach Maggie and you, is going to be in this app. Okay? Everybody got that? Good deal. So let's move on. Now, using the More tab, another cool feature of this My Accountability app is it allows you to connect your Apple Watch, which many of you have. And when you connect your Apple Watch, which is a super, super easy process, when you connect your Apple Watch, what happens is your heart rate and all the other information on your Apple Watch syncs directly to the app. So we can now see that. You can obviously connect your Facebook account as well. And for those of you that still have a Fitbit, you have a little bit of an added bonus, because with the Fitbit, yes, you can track your sleep, your steps, and all those kind of things like that. But also, if you have the Fitbit Nutrition app, you can actually enter your nutrition via that app, and it also syncs on our end as well, and we can coach you one-on-one on that. Now, if you don't have a Fitbit, that's okay, because moving right underneath that is MyFitnessPal. So the MyFitnessPal app, if you don't have that downloaded, you can. I know many of you were doing Carb Manager. If you don't have any of these apps, that's okay too, but we definitely encourage it, because when you enter your information, the old way of doing things where you used to have to screenshot your information and send that in to us, we can simply click on your page and see right away what you're eating and see the macronutrient breakdown. We can see how many carbs specifically, how many proteins and fats, and all other items that you have entered as well. Again, that's on MyFitnessPal and the Fitbit app. Unfortunately, if you don't have either of those two, when it comes to the macronutrient breakdown, which everybody doesn't have to have that, I will recognize, but if you want that level of attention, we can coach you at that level. Again, we highly encourage that, because what it allows us to do is really coach you one-on-one. Everybody got that? So moving along. Now let's talk about specifically your fitness program for the in-gym clients. Now, first of all, let me just make this abundantly clear. You are still coming to the gym to work out. Let me just make that known. We're still coming to the gym to work out. However, we're going to be tracking that so we can stay connected with you a little bit easier, okay? So with that being said, finding your workouts. Now, you see two iPhone screens here, one on the left and one on the right. I want to start on off with the left one. Again, going back to your calendar, if you'll notice on the one that says Thursday, it says blood flow interval, and it has a little kettlebell there. Ignore the kettlebell icon, because what yours will specifically say on Thursday, it'll just simply say workout, if that's the day that you have been prescribed to work out. Obviously, the same thing would be on Friday or Monday or Tuesday. It's just simply going to say workout. Everybody got that? Now, on the other screen here, on your dash, when you open your dash, when you first open the app, which is, again, simply your home screen, it's also going to list any activities that you have for that day, okay? And obviously, when you complete the workout, you just simply tap that icon or tap that circle, and it'll say workout completed. All right. What that does on our end, it tells us how often that we're coming to the gym. It also notifies of us if we're missing any of our workouts. Okay, we get to see that on our end, and you get to see that on your end, and you can look back over the entire month and see I made 8 sessions or 12 sessions or 16 days or 20 days this month. Okay, so that's a great thing about it. Again, just keeping that intimate one-on-one accountability, and we can, if we're missing a few days, again, we can see that. So we'll be reaching out to you on that. Okay, now let's talk about the accountability. Some of you guys will be with me, Coach Anthony, primarily you guys that have been here for a great length of time, and some of you guys will be with Coach Maggie as well. We'll be splitting that load between the two of us, but nonetheless, you will be with a one-on-one coach. So let's talk about what that's going to look like. So there's ultimately 3 types of accountability. There's accountability with me, Anthony or Maggie, one-on-one, and then there's also the Facebook group that's a part of that. Okay, you can kind of say your peers. Another level of accountability is weighing in. Now here it says weekly. For some of you guys, it's going to be prescribed weekly. Most of you guys, it's going to be prescribed daily. And here's why. Coaching the online clients like we have now for a few months, one of the things that we've come to notice is that the more you weigh in on a consistent basis, seeing that motivation of 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.6, whatever amount of weight that you're losing on a day-to-day basis, it motivates you and it drives you. But what it also allows us to do is if my weight's going up, say my weight is fluctuating, and we're at a standstill, it allows us to catch that and coach you where you are so we can make those changes on the spot and continue to move forward towards our goal. Okay, so weighing in on a daily basis is what I'd say about 95% of you are going to be prescribed. Many of you need that. Not everybody does. So some of you will be weekly. Some of you will be daily, weekend, 7 days a week, every day. Okay, and then there's a third level of accountability called progress pics. Okay, so let's go through each of these. As I mentioned earlier, the communicating with myself or Coach Maggie, all communication is going to take place inside of the messages section of the app. Okay. Now, if you need to call us for any reason, by all means, you can call us. We'll be calling you as well. We're not doing away with that. We're just moving our primary communication from texting a physical number to just in the app. It's much easier for us to track you guys in communication to make sure we keep that communication level high, as opposed to a text when it doesn't really show us that bit of information. So all communication will take place in the messages section of the app. Moving along here. As soon as my screen changes. All right. Okay. Weighing in weekly or daily. Now again, depending on the level of accountability that you need is going to depend on, again, if it's weekly or if it's daily, whichever one we prescribe you. Now, of course, we can change that over time if we need to make that adjustment every 2 days, 3 days, whatever the case may be. But nonetheless, that'll be your habit. You'll be able to see that task come up on your calendar. It's going to remind you. You'll see it on your calendar for that day that it's simply time to weigh in. So from the calendar section, select track body stats. So if you look at the screen here, if you look at the bottom, it says under Tuesday, take progress photos, or you'll see it under whatever day you have. It'll simply say, it will remind you to update weight, and you can simply do it there as well. Everybody got that? Hopefully so. Moving along here to the next page as soon as it changes over. Now, let's talk about our bi-weekly progress photos. Now, as I mentioned in the initial video, many of you wish that you had taken photos when you started. And, maybe we said that we were going to do that and we never got around to it, and then we forgot, and then by that time you had already lost a bunch of weight and you had no clue where you started. Well, now that changes. you can actually take your progress photos in the app as well. So after taking your photos, you'll be able to view those progress photos. You'll be taking a front, side, and back picture. You don't have to remember to do that. It's going to be a task on your calendar. Again, going back to what I mentioned here on this screen, if you look under Tuesday, it says take progress photos. It's already scheduled in there for you to do so. This is a great way for you to be able to compare your side-by-side photos and truly see your progress, which we encourage everybody to do. That's it. That's literally it. Now, one couple of more things to close out as we move forward here. Number one of the biggest things about Champions Way that you guys love, that I always want and always will remain a part of Champions Way, is the spiritual aspect. Specifically, what I mean by the spiritual aspect is simply answering a simple question. What do you want? What is your goal? What is your purpose? What are your dreams? Things along those lines. Because I truly believe that you were given this tool, this physical body, to go about accomplishing those dreams and those goals. So what we're going to be adding as a part of your accountability as well is life coaching, life and goals success coaching. So what that looks like is this. And again, we recognize the fact that everybody may not need this or even want it. But at the same time, it's my job as the owner to fulfill this mandate to you guys, because we want to see you in the best version of yourself. And sometimes, the best people in the world have coaches. The best people in the world have coaches. It's people like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and other celebrities that we are well familiar with. They have coaches. So from us to you, we simply want to coach you in that direction so you can be the best champion of yourself. So what is that going to look like? Many of you will be having intimate conversations about what those goals, dreams, and desires are. Some of you may not have a clue of what those things are. That's okay. We're going to coach you on that. We're going to help you in writing down your goals and going after those goals, and also checking on you to make sure that you are following through on pursuing those goals. Okay? That's what we're going to be helping you do too as well. Some of you have financial goals. Some of you have dreams that maybe aren't really sure how to go about doing so. We're going to be coaching you on those things on a very personal level, because again, we want you to be the best versions of yourselves. And lastly, on the nutrition. So here's what's going to happen with nutrition. You are going to have an individualized meal plan that specifically tells you what to eat and exactly how much to buy when you go to the grocery store for an entire week. Okay? It's going to be based off of your weight and your goal. You're going to have daily communication check-ins on what you ate the day before. And that's simply to help you stay on track, stay motivated, stay encouraged, so we can continue to coach you on that. Because again, that's why you came here. So we're going to go over our nutrition and every aspect of that in 3 separate Zoom meetings. Zoom meeting number 1 is going to be on Monday, August the 10th. Monday, August the 10th, Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. The next one is going to be Tuesday morning, August the 11th at 9:30 a.m. And then the third one is going to be on Tuesday evening at 5:30 p.m. I'll say those times again. The first Zoom call of total of 3 will be Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. Be a live Zoom call where you'll tune in, and we'll answer any questions, of course, that you guys had on the initial video about setups or any problems that you have. But we'll also be going over your nutrition and what that looks like. It's Monday evening, 5:30, and also Tuesday evening at 5:30 p.m. and also Tuesday morning at 9:30 a.m. And one last time, Monday 5:30 p.m., Tuesday morning 9:30 a.m., Tuesday evening 5:30 p.m. If you're unable to make any of those times due to work or other obligations, we'll be scheduling a one-on-one nutrition meeting with you to be sure that you get all the information needed and necessary to get you rolling, get you started, and making sure that we're working towards your goals of weight loss, toning up, losing some belly fat, or even all three of those if that's your goal. Everybody got that? I love you guys. I am so excited about this. I cannot wait to get you guys rolling, to see your progress.